Amsterdam. All right, so, I always like to do the fourth topic to be off, like, the Cape shit and all this stuff. So I wanted to talk about this because, when it comes to Amsterdam, I was like going, all right, the trailer looks interesting. The cast looks amazing. Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, John David Washington. You have Robert De Niro. You have all these people. It's an ensemble cast. Looked like an interesting plot, but and then all of a sudden, when people started critiquing, the critics came out and it's got a low rating when it comes to critics, and then of course it comes out in the box office and it completely flops, and a lot of people, of course, are going because apparently David O. Russell is a douchebag. We've heard this before. Recently, we talked about it when it came to Christian Bale having an interview promoting this movie, and he talked about how he had to be a moderator between him and Amy Adams. That's right, our dear Amy Adams, because they were bumping heads, and he was being like a douche, and then she was pushing back on him, and then like an email leaked when it came to that, but it's not the first time we've heard about that, and then I've even heard the same things when it comes to, talking to people over there. It's like, yeah, he's actually a douchebag. So a lot of people are actually happy about this, which, I can see why, but it's just interesting because when you see wow, they really gave this budget. I mean, obviously it's probably due to the cast, but yeah. Amsterdam stands to lose nearly $100 million. What this means for upscale movies. See, this kind of hurts it because, this was an original movie with an ensemble cast, and sadly, it's going to hurt the biz. While tentpole, movies, I'm talking about, the movie-going experience when it came to Top Gun Maverick, it's true that more adult skewing fare is having a much harder time now. Nowhere was this more true than with David O. Russell's Amsterdam, with rivals believed that had a shot of opening at $12 million to $15 million the past weekend based on an absurdist period comedies glossy ensemble of, of course, all those. And I forgot Anya Taylor-Joy was in there, Rami Malek, Taylor Swift, she was in it, my God. But this did not happen with a $6.5 million opening at over 3,000 theaters boosted by IMAX and PLF ticket sales that accounted for more than a third of that number altogether. It came out at a paltry $10 million worldwide start. Russell was trying to replicate the success of his starry 10-time Oscar-nominated American Hustle, which minted a $19.1 million domestic-wide opening over Christmas 2013. That was like 9 years ago. It's a different time now. What are you thinking? Yeah, it's a 34% on Rotten Tomatoes. Critics were, so much critics were celebrating, which original, yes, even with pre-pandemic standards, the 1930s set comedy was expensive. So how did this come to be? Based on projected global gross of $35 million, an estimated $70 million global P&A spend, which I'm told is a bare minimum for a big pick like this. Backstopped by Regency, Amsterdam, after all home assurances, will lose around $100 million, $97 million to be exact. So $90 million, $97 million, I should say. Crazy. So they were really hoping for like a hit that would just be like, hey, we got this ensemble cast. We got this, people talking about David O. Russell and maybe that. I don't know. It's just like, it just comes to show you right there that maybe David O. Russell should not be doing these movies anymore. I don't know. Maybe do a smaller movie, smaller cast, go back to doing that. I don't know. He's probably not too happy, but a lot of people that are, hearing of the things that have happened behind the scenes with some of his movies are probably happy that this movie flopped critically and financially. So what can you do? I guess, I didn't even want to see it after a while. I was like, you know what? I do want to see it, but then I don't, because I just had a feeling that it wasn't going to be that great. But then again, I'm always one of those that I'm not going to listen to the critics or anything like that, so I want to see it for myself. Maybe I'll catch it when it comes out on video. I don't know. But I think, when it came out, when was it? Last week, I was just kind of like, I needed to take care of some things. But there you go. David O. Russell. I know people are happy in the business, probably. But, man, when you hear some of the things behind the scenes, I don't know. I just don't know. maybe go for a smaller movie. But, you know, Christian Bale likes to work with you, at least, you know. See what happens.